Welcome to today's deep dive. So, if you hear a historic monument is endangered, you probably picture like a bulldozer, right?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely think of a wrecking ball or something along those lines.
Exactly. But for the Stonewall National Monument, which is, this massive global symbol of civil rights, the biggest threat isn't physical destruction at all. It's actually a backspace key.
Which is just such a wild shift in how we need to think about preservation today. Our mission for this deep dive is to look at how LGBTQ plus history is documented and, well, why it's so incredibly vulnerable right now.
Right. And for you listening, we're pulling from a few different places today, like news reports, National Park Service themed studies, and some really fascinating grassroots archive reports.
So to get right into the facts, in early 2026, the National Park Service actually scrubbed references to transgender individuals from the official Stonewall Monument website.
Oh, wow. Just totally removed from the site?
Yeah, completely gone. And on top of that, a Trump administration mandate ordered the pride flag to be taken down from the site, basically decreeing that only the U.S. flag could fly there.
And just to be super clear with everyone listening, we are not taking any kind of political stance here or endorsing any specific viewpoints. We are just impartially reporting what the source material shows about these administrative actions.
Exactly. We're just looking at the documents. And, I mean, the activist pushback to this was huge. The Gilbert Baker Foundation actually filed a lawsuit over the flag removal.
Right, and they eventually reached a settlement to fly the pride flag beneath the U.S. flag. But I have to ask, because I'm kind of hung up on this initial premise.
Sure, what is it?
Well, if the actual brick-and-mortar building is still standing there in Greenwich Village, how does changing a website or lowering a flagpole make the monument itself endangered?
That's a great question. It's because a monument is, it's a lot more than just its physical bricks. It's the narrative assigned to it.
Oh, I see.
Right, so when you erase specific groups who were pivotal at Stonewall, like transgender women of color, you endanger the site's historical accuracy.
Ah, so you're basically hollowing out what the site actually means.
Precisely. The Out History Collective makes this point really well in their essay. They emphasize that history isn't just what happened. It is completely tied to who controls the documentation.
Wow. So whoever holds the pen gets to decide who actually existed.
Yeah, it's a harsh reality. And as the LGBTQ Religious Archives Network notes, mainstream institutions have a long track record of preserving histories that actively exclude queer voices.
Because archiving is really expensive, right? I imagine you need space and money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It requires huge resources, secure real estate, legal backing, and trans and queer people have repeatedly had to fight this historical cycle of censorship just to reclaim their own narratives.
Well, wait, let me push back on that for a second. We live in this hyper-connected digital age. Doesn't the internet save everything forever? Like, why do we still obsess over physical archives?
I mean, it's tempting to think that way, but the digital world is actually incredibly fragile.
Really? How so?
Well, a website can just be updated, or a server payment stops, and poof, an entire digital archive is gone with a single click.
Okay, so that really forces a pivot back to the physical world, which brings us to the Deep South.
Yes, and this is where it gets really inspiring. Because digital records can be deleted so easily, physical grassroots preservation is urgently needed, especially in regions that mainstream narratives tend to ignore.
Enter the Invisible Histories Project.
Exactly. They are rescuing at-risk physical history all across Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia.
And they've preserved over 100 unique collections already, right?
Over 100, yeah. That's amazing work.
It really is. And there's this one detail from the reports I love about a donor named Don Mills. He apparently spent years just squirreling away mementos in his house.
Yeah, and the report noted he was just overjoyed to finally find a secure home for what he called his treasures.
I just love the beauty of that. History isn't just grand national monuments. It's literally shoeboxes of buttons and letters saved in basement.
It really is. And for you listening, understanding who controls these historical archives helps you recognize how modern narratives get shaped today.
Absolutely. So to leave you with a provocative thought, think about the mementos you have squirreled away in your own attic or basement right now.
Oh, that's a really good question to ponder.
Right. If an archivist found those exact boxes a century from now, what story would they tell about your community? And honestly, more importantly, whose voices might be completely missing?